Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm doing something a little different today and going out of my comfort zone with speaking for the first time here. This is something I've wanted to do for a while, as I'd like to start also doing some more book related content later. Today though, I'm going to be taking you on a little tour of my frames collection in my library room. So let's get to it. I'll begin with this corner of my room right above my desk. Most of the items here are secondhand finds that I've sourced from thrift shops or vintage stores. This is one of my favorite frames in my collection, and I love the ornate gold details. I found it at a thrift store, and the artwork inside is hand painted on canvas, so it's really unique. Next to this I have a mirror which is also thrifted, but I believe it's new as I've seen it online a few times. This little mirror is very scratched as it seems to be very old. I don't really mind though, as I love the frame. I have a few of these little frames around my room, and I like putting them in between some of my bigger frames to give that art gallery wall kind of look. You can buy these new online from a few different places. I think I got mine off eBay, and then I printed off this little bat to put inside it. I also like filling in gaps with postcards, and I've been collecting vintage and antique postcards for a few years now. I like making a collage of them using brown washi tape. This is another one of my favorite secondhand finds. The print inside is what it came with originally. I can't change it without destroying the back of the frame, but I've kept it as I think it really complements the black and gold details. Moving on to the area next to this, where I have my large gold mirror and where I keep my fragrances and all of my jewellery. This frame was originally brown and had a wooden look, but I've repainted it gold to match the rest. The print I chose to put in is Lady with an Ermine by Da Vinci. Here I have another collage with some postcards and prints, as well as another little gold frame. I also have some pages from books, including a page from a biography about Chopin, who is one of my favourite composers, and of course the title page of Dracula. The print in black and white is one of the variations of The Nightmare by Henry Fuseli. I've also recently started hanging red roses on my walls to dry, and I love the pop of colour this provides. I thrifted this frame in a set, and I'll show you the other one soon in another area. The floral print is satin, and the frame itself was really old and peeling when I bought it, so I've repainted it. Here's another collage, featuring a postcard that I love. It's quite old, and I find the photo really captivating as it beautifully captures another era. I've also got a set of 2 frames here. Unfortunately, as you can see, the tops have kind of broken off in their old age. Moving on to the next area, I've decided to keep this wall relatively bare for now, as this frame takes up quite a lot of space. This print is by John William Waterhouse. I love his art, and you may have already noticed a few of his prints around my room. I do have one print here, which is Death from the Sandman, illustrated by the artist Lily MacDonald, and I got this earlier this year at a convention. I am still looking for the right frame to put this in. Another little frame I have stacked up on this vintage box may not surprise anyone who's been following me for a while. As you may know, I'm a huge Anne Rice fan, and I absolutely loved the Interview with the Vampire series. And I just loved this photo of Louis Lestat and Claudio so much that I just wanted to put it in a frame somewhere in my room. Let's move on to the next area, which is above my curio cabinet inspired bookcase, where I keep all of my vampire books. If you're interested in seeing more of these books, I've just done a video previously where I've gone through all of these. Moving from left to right, I'll start with this vintage frame, which has a really nice floral artwork, which is also hand painted, and you can see the little signature from the artist there. I've also got some dried red roses hanging next to this. I get asked about this print of Alucard from Castlevania a lot, and rightly so because it is stunning. The art is by an artist called V. Bashad, who I'll link to below in the caption, and the frame is secondhand. This frame is also secondhand, but you can tell it is quite new, and I've got a print of some bats in here. Next to this, I have another little frame with a Waterhouse print, and also the matching satin floral frame to the pink one that I showed you earlier. This is another similar kind of satin artwork print with a more ornate frame. Here I have yet another Waterhouse print, although I did thrift this one as it is. And next to this I've got a little Gothic art shelf by the store Yiska Designs, who I'll also link in the caption. I've really tried to frame my bookshelf with all of this artwork, and I purposely put the Gothic art shelf behind my Dracula helmet bag because I think they look great together. Above this, I have a print of a section of the artwork Primavera by Botticelli and another satin ornate frame below. Next to this, I have some more collages with postcards, book pages, and of course some more little prints by Waterhouse. This is a new area which I've never shown before, where I have my second desk and my computer. Above this, I've got a few more vintage frames. Also, if you're wondering what I was watching there, I love putting on Skyrim ambience videos when I'm working. I really love that soundtrack. Thanks for watching this tour of my frames. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to join our book club, The Coven, where we read Gothic books, I've included a link in the caption. And if you'd like to see more of my room and also be notified when my next video is out, you can also subscribe here. See you next time.